Hello.
Hello, Eryn. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Did you have a nice weekend?
Yes. I'm sorry. You were asking about my weekend, right?
Yes.
Just to check. The volume was low here.
Uh,
Let me. Would you say raise the volume?
yes. Yes,
Oh,
you would.
okay. So about my weekend, my wife and I, we went to my parents' place. We usually do that. My mother is recovering from surgery. She
Mm,
she had, and I'm trying this word, sinusitis.
I don't know what that is.
I'm not. I was not sure if that is how it should be pronounced, but it's like in your nose, in an inflammatory thing when it happens in your nose, and
Sinusitis, maybe?
that
Sinusitis?
isn't that what I said?
Okay.
I thought I pronounced just like that.
I might be
Sinus.
saying it wrong too.
It's okay. We are not doctors,
Yes,
but I think
exactly.
it's understandable. So she's recovering from that, and my father. So my wife helped clean the house and to give some support, but we usually go there no matter what.
Mm,
It's nice.
nice.
I don't know if you saw if I sent any picture, but I'm building a house. I think I told you that before.
Maybe.
So we check on the new developments in the construction. Because every
Hmm.
new thing they do, we like to be there to see how it was done. So they are working on the roof, and I hope today or tomorrow they will finish the roof.
Hmm.
And that reminds me of a word. The word for every piece of it's like ceramic stuff that they use to form the roof. Do you think you know the word for that?
Are they shingles?
Yes, shingle.
Hmm.
Interesting. That I find that word interesting.
Mm.
So, how was your weekend?
It was nice. It was very nice. Very relaxing. I spent some time on the beach yesterday, which was nice. Yes, yeah, it was very nice weekend.
What is that beach called?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't remember.
But what is you are in Canada, right? You
Mhm.
live in Canada. Was it is it summer there?
Yes.
And do you remember the temperature, or can you guess the temperature?
Well, I think it was around maybe 20 degrees Celsius, 20, between 20 and 25 degrees Celsius, I would say. But it was quite windy and it wasn't sunny the whole time. Like sometimes the sun would sort of dip behind the clouds. So I wouldn't call it a perfect beach day, but it was nice anyway.
Mm, I understand. For us, 20 degrees Celsius would feel cold.
Yes, I know.
Absolutely. It's during the day we get temperatures like 30 to 34 degrees Celsius. That's just usual. If it's
Mm.
20, I would that would happen in the early hours of the day if the temperature was 20, and I would wake up feeling cold.
Hmm.
And see this word. It means the darker stage of twilight.
The darker stage of twilight. Is it dusk?
Dusk.
Okay.
How do you spell that?
It's Dusk.
Would you say that word is common?
Common, yes.
And I find that word interesting because here we have afternoon that we call a tarde. Tarde is the afternoon. So when it's around 5, okay, the sun is going down, we have that beautiful sunset. So we say tardezinha. Tardezinha. There is tarde e tardezinha. And in English, that would be evening, right? The beginning of the night.
It's more
Twilight, maybe?
I'm looking at a definition here. Yeah, the darker part of twilight, especially at night. Yeah, dusk, I would say, is like as the sun is going down or when the sun has first gone down. Dusk means like there's no longer light, right? So the
At all.
sun is gone.
Uh, at what time does that happen where you live these days?
Yeah, okay, so these days, geez, I don't know that I've been paying attention. Maybe 8-ish, 8 or 8:30 at night.
That's so cool. And what time does the sun rise?
That I really don't know because I like to sleep in. Maybe 6 or 7 in the morning. I'm not too sure.
Okay, that is interesting because here it's always the same, you know. At 6 p.m., the sun is down. You have darkness. Always 6 p.m. So when we travel north and we see that happening, sun going down only like 8, like you said, it's always interesting for us.
Well, do you have daylight savings in Brazil?
In some parts of the country, mostly in the south, people still have that, but not here, because like I told you, there is not a big variation in the sunlight period. So usually here where I live, 6 a.m. the sun rises, 6 p.m. the sun goes down, and that's it throughout the year. Very small variations, like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, so it's not really worth it, you know, to change the time just to uh, enjoy more sunlight and save energy. We don't really have that. And in Brazil, most of our energy is generated using hidrelétricas. I'm not sure how to call that in English. Do you know?
Hydraulic
Hy-
energy from water, right?
yeah, hydraulic energy. We also have eolic energy. Is that a word? Eolic?
Can you type it? Type it
I
in
think you would just
Portuguese.
say wind energy, right?
Okay. Yes. It's just energy from the wind, is that right?
Yeah, in Portuguese we call eólica. I don't know why.
This
We
isn't
we have
translating.
vento. There is vento is like wind. So maybe the word should be ventólica, but we call eólica. I'm not sure why, but we have also that and lots of sunlight here. So some solar generated energy. That's what we have. Do you know what the main source of energy is in Canada?
I want to say, like, still, maybe not coal specifically, but fossil fuels are still used a lot here. You know, still some wind energy, hydraulic as well. But I think the Canadian economy is still pretty dependent on fossil fuels, and it's something we're trying to sort of get away from.
Okay. Can I ask you, and that may seem random, but I'm thinking about getting a new cell phone. That's why I'm going to ask you. What is your cell phone?
Mine is I think it's a Samsung, like it's a Galaxy something or other. Yeah, it's okay. I haven't loved it myself.
Okay, I understand. Would you say most people you know prefer iPhones?
No, not necessarily. No, I'm not really a techie person, so it's not really something
You
I
pay
pay
attention.
attention to. So it might be pretty evenly split between Android and iPhone. I'm not sure. That's a good question.
I ask you that because it takes me a lot of thought. Does that make sense, that sentence? It takes me a lot of thought
Mhm.
before buying a new cell phone.
Mhm.
Because iPhones are pretty expensive, but they also are pretty good for Instagram, and they are good for if you want to resell. Is that the way you say it?
Oh,
Resell.
yes, yes.
So in the future, let's suppose you don't break it or you don't have it stolen from you, you can resell and
Oh.
get a lot of money, save some money, because for Galaxies, for Samsung phones, we don't have that. Once you buy it, it's hard to resell. People prefer buying new ones instead of
Mhm.
buying one used, right? So I'm thinking about that. They are pretty expensive. And
Mhm.
here we assume most people in North America would have iPhones. So it came as a surprise when you said you had a Galaxy.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know how popular iPhones are here because they are expensive. So certainly not everybody has them. And, the interface is so different. So that's really going to, like, it's going to depend on someone's preferences, right? And what they use the phone for, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I see. If you use it for work, you might invest a little bit more money buying something that maybe is better for that. That's what I'm considering. I
Mm.
want to create more content for Instagram, but still, like I said, it takes a lot of thought. I'm still
Mm.
deciding. What social media do you like the most? Do you like any?
Mm, I still use Facebook and I use Twitter. And I just recently made an Instagram account, although I haven't posted anything. I don't really know how to use it yet. Um, I I don't know that I would say I like
Mm-hmm.
social media. I'm very, um, I use it kind of begrudgingly because everybody else uses it, and it's the best way to sort of stay connected to people.
I'm sorry, what was the one that you said you use? You just said everybody.
Facebook,
Facebook.
Facebook, and Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, those are really the
I
only ones.
understand. They are the social media can be very addicting.
Addictive.
Addictive. Thank you.
Yes.
So social media can be very addictive. I recently find out and started using TikTok. Have you ever heard of it?
Yes.
You can easily spend an hour just scrolling up, looking for something new. There's so many interesting stuff, and it's easy to get away from it and start doing
Mm.
something productive for you if you start.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. It's crazy. Uh, I
Yes.
I my income comes mostly from YouTube, so I create content. But my content is like for helping children learn mathematics. But there are many sources of distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Considering internet, it can be very I don't know. It can keep you from achieving your goals if you're not careful,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes. Yes, exactly. And I find it overwhelming. It's one of the reasons I don't have all kinds of different social media. I can't keep up with it all. It's too much for me.
I understand, and I think you're right. I think you're right. So, as usual, it was lovely talking to you. I hope you have a nice day.
Thank you. You too. Have a good week also.
Bye.
Bye.